I have a question. How come that so many people think they have the right to tell us what we should do and what we shouldn't do? But also, how come that we let people tell us what we should do or what we shouldn't do? I'm going to share with you in this video something that I've come to realize. I had a very, very inspiring conversation today with one of my previous clients, and the interaction was just like, for me, was magical because it was so incredibly powerful in a very unexpected way. But before I'm getting into that, hello and welcome to this video. My name is Martin, and if you've already seen previous videos, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. If you're new here, I'm very honored to share with you my experiences, my learnings and lessons from life. And I made it my purpose to really, I don't hold back. Like, one of the things that I promised myself, I'm not holding back. I am authentic. I'm unapologetic, because here for me, I want to inspire you to take charge of your life, to get into the driver's seat, to stop conforming to what other people think is the right thing to do for you, because in the end, only you know. And that really goes into today's topic. So when I had a conversation today with one of my former clients, they called me or texted me a few days ago asking if I can meet up because they have a question and they want my support. I was like, yeah, let's meet up this week. And so today we met up, and they asked me like, hey, I have a decision to make, and you've known me for a while, you've worked with me, I've been through like 180-degree turns. So tell me, is this something that I should do or shouldn't do? And I answered with a simple question. I asked, what does your heart tell you? Now, I'm in the business of supporting people to reach their goals, to create visions, to create action plans, to find more or connect more to themselves. It is basically my whole career that I guide people through transformation, through self-discovery and personal development. But I would never, ever have told my client what to do and what decision they should make. Once I asked that simple question, what does your heart tell you? Their face lit up, the energy shifted. They were talking a little bit about what their thoughts are and feelings are. And I was like, so what did you need me for? And the powerful thing came when I asked that question. They said it was a way of self-confirmation. And then we went into like a conversation about self-doubt, about like struggle to make decisions or make the right decisions. And the thing is, so often we know exactly what we want. We know exactly what decisions we should make, the choices that we have. We know exactly what next step to take. But the thing is, when we love something, it's easier not to take that step and stay in our comfort zone rather than going for what we want and risking failure. I've experienced it multiple times in my life where I was just too afraid, not because of the turnout in that way, but more of like my own limiting beliefs of who I thought I was, of how I thought other people are gonna react. An example that I love to use is a few years ago, I was part of a short film, and it was called Blind Date. You can check it out somewhere on the web if you'd like to. And it was really fun production. And what we like, the basically what it was about is that there was like a miscommunication. A guy was waiting in a coffee shop on his phone waiting for a date. Another guy came in thinking that this was like something completely different, like, and someone is using his table to eat, and there was like a little bit of conflict. And when we had, because we got nominated and we got selected for a few film festivals, and one of them we were invited to ask like to the audience after the screening, and something that we like talked about and discussed is that in today's day and age, it's so interesting that like we are on our phones swiping left and right with the hope that we find our dream partner instead of looking straight in front of us where we could actually meet someone in real life. I had another conversation today at work, and it was very interesting because they told me that they met their life partner on a train. And they were both too scared to talk to each other. And only after a couple months, they were exchanging numbers, and now they're married. And I'm like, if both would have been like on their phone trying to look for the perfect partner, they might have never found each other. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I catch myself very, very often, not just if I find someone attractive, but even if I find like if there's someone with a positive energy or something like interesting, and I'm like, should I approach them and talk to them? And then a lot of self-doubt comes up where I'm like, what are other people going to think? This is stupid. Like, I shouldn't do it. What do you expect from it? The thing is, it's never about the end result. It's about the expected end result based on our own limiting beliefs. Now you might ask, what does that have to do with other people telling us what to do? Very simple. Through that self-doubt, through that constant questioning ourselves, not in a reflective kind of way, but in a self-criticizing way, it's very, very difficult to make choices out of alignment. When we are in that fear, when we are in that doubt and struggle, then of course, if someone else gives us feedback, or even we often reach out to other people asking them to make decisions for us, it's transferring accountability. Because it's very easy, like let's say we're making a decision based on what other people tell us to do because we ask them. If it doesn't work out, it's very, very likely and very easy to shift the blame and say, well, you told me to do that. I would have never done that. And that is giving away the responsibility, which is not fair to the other person and to yourself. Now, when you don't ask for a direction, or when you don't ask for their support, their guidance, or whatever, and they tell you, oh, I think you should do this, it's absolutely okay. It's a human thing to do that. I do that, and I know better. I do that very often. But the thing is that it's very important that you consciously make a decision and ask yourself, is what they tell me in alignment with what I truly want? Is it in alignment with my desires? Is it in alignment with how I feel? And only you can know the answer. That's why, especially in coaching, I make sure that I tell people, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what you are, like what kind of job you should take, or in any kind of situation, like in a relationship, what they should do. Because first of all, I don't know, like in relationships, I don't know the other person. In a career, I don't know what my clients feel towards that career or that job. The only person who knows is them. So what I do is I want to get the answer from them through different questions, through reflection. Yes, there are certain tools where I'm like, everybody should do them because they are about yourself, like connecting to yourself, figuring out who you are, like what kind of like what things do you want to experience in life, etc. but I'm not telling you what to do, like what you should do, what you should write down as an answer, because that is not my right. You will never hear me say in this video, you should write this on a piece of paper and go for it. Who am I to tell you that? Like, first of all, you probably don't know me, or at least not personally. And on the other side, why would I tell you what to do if I don't know you personally? And even if I did, I don't have the right to do that. So when it comes to that, it's very important that you create boundaries, that you're telling yourself, this is my safe space. I'm not letting other people decide what to do, influence my decisions, influence the choices that I'm making, the path that I'm going. But of course, we are human beings, so it's all about like co-creation, community, etc. So it's absolutely okay to ask for support. But when you ask for support, it's important to also listen to what, not just what other people say, but how they're saying it and where they're coming from. Are they coming from their own limiting beliefs? Or are they looking at you and seeing your full potential and not questioning what you should do or what's the best option for you, but asking or supporting you in making the decision for and with you? But in the end, it's you who has to make the decision. You can get their information, but the decision, that's up to you. But you have to set clear boundaries. If someone comes from limiting beliefs where it's like, oh, nothing is possible and we are doomed as society and it's so difficult and you will struggle for years and years and years if you are creating your own business. They might talk from experience, but the thing is, it was their experience on their journey. It could be completely different for you. They might have heard it from other people. So they might not even have their own experience or the experience of someone who had the experience with someone who had the experience with someone. It's like that game, I don't know what it's called, like the silent thing where you whisper into someone's ear and there's like a circle and you say a word and then they have to continue. And at the end, when the word that you started with comes back to you and someone whispers it into your ear, it's most of the time a completely different word. A completely different word. So someone's experience, what they experienced, telling someone else the story, who tells someone else the story, and then they tell you the story, it probably has so many details in there that are not part of the original story. I just heard Dr. Joe Dispenza say that in a video yesterday. He said that according to science, 50% of our memories never happened the way we remember them. 50%. So if we remember 50% of things that didn't even happen in our own lives, how can we think that the memory of someone else's memory, that we know exactly what happened? It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. So when you do ask for someone's advice, then make sure that you are really tuning into where are they coming from. And only ask people that you trust, who you know that have your back, who are not talking from their own limiting beliefs, but in the belief that they have in you. And if they don't believe you or believe in you, you might ask yourself, why should I ask them? Like for me, I don't ask people for their feedback unless I absolutely trust them. I have a handful of people where I'm like, I know exactly that I can go to them and they're going to give me unfiltered feedback, but not based on their limiting beliefs, but because of the way they know me and the way they see me. Those are the only people that I'm going to go to to ask for feedback or advice. So if just random people show up, I'm like, I might listen to it, but then I'm like, okay, do I get something from there? How do I feel? Do I resonate with what they say? Or am I like kind of, this is not, that doesn't resonate with me? And then I can decide if I take their information and use it, or if I say, thank you for the information, but that doesn't apply to me. So it's like a two-way street in that way. Some people are going to tell you what they think you should and shouldn't do. On the other hand, it's you who has the decision or the choice to take that feedback as a certainty or as a, what's it called? As a fact. Or if you take their feedback or information and see what resonates with you. But you have to tune into yourself and ask your heart, ask your soul, do I resonate with that? If you do, then go ahead, take their advice, listen to what they have to say. If you feel like, nope, this is absolutely not in alignment with how I feel and who I know I am, then don't. A couple of years ago, I asked, like with my coaching business, I asked what I should do to kind of move forward. And my impulse was kind of like, I want to create content. I want to reach people. I want to create videos. I want to write stories and posts and all those things to inspire people. I want this as a part of my business. My main goal is not to make money from it. That was in the past. Yeah, now I know there's infinite possibilities to create abundance and make money off of my job, because I mean, yeah, that's how I make money, through coaching. But at the same time, what's so important and inspiring to me is to support people and see them transform. To really see them becoming alive. And in the past, when I asked, like, is this what I should do? I asked, should I do that? And they told me, no, don't focus on social media. That's a thing of the past. That's not how you're going to create, that's not how you're going to attract clients. Focus on reaching out to people directly, have a conversation with them, see what their kind of struggles are, and then kind of figure out a way how to offer your coaching service to them. And that created so much resistance within me. I was like, that's not what I want. I don't want to get into a conversation with someone pretending it's just like a small talk and like an exchange, and then sell them. Like that goes so against what I feel is like my values and like what's my truth. But I still did it because I thought, oh, that's how business works. And guess what? It didn't. It didn't work. Because I was always out of alignment when I talked to people. The only times I was in alignment was when I said, I'm not going to offer anything. I just want to have a nice conversation. Then it was a really beautiful conversation. I had many, many great conversations. But it didn't resonate with me. And I was like, I want to create content. And now I finally got to the point where I said, I'm going to listen to myself. I'm going to listen to myself what is right for me. And that's why I started creating those videos. And I love it. It fills me with energy. Sometimes it's a little bit draining when I get home at like 6, 7, 8 p.m. and then I'm recording, I'm editing, I'm uploading. But I love it. When I record it, time flies by. Like yesterday, I said, I'm going to create like a 5-minute video. When I finished, it was like 16 or 20 minutes. I was like, okay. And I just let it flow. I get inspired by life and I use it. If I had listened to what people told me in the past and continued going down that path, I would have become frustrated. I would have become there would have been a lot of resistance. And that's how I felt in the past. And now I decided I'm going to listen to myself, to my inner voice, to my heart and my soul, because I know what's right for me. I know what my heart beats for. I know what my purpose is and my mission is. I know what my goal is for life, and that is to inspire other people. And nobody, I'm not going to allow nobody to take away that decision from me. So I encourage you, I invite you to really start believing in yourself, to start making choices, going into that responsibility, not asking other people that you might know do not have the knowledge, they do not have the bandwidth of putting aside their own limiting beliefs. Start trusting your heart. And if you need to ask for other people's advice, then make sure you're tuning into yourself first, get into alignment with what you want, and then receive the feedback and make a decision based on how you feel in your heart and in your soul. All right. If you like this video, I would love for you to write a comment. Tell me how you feel and how you are committing to making your own choices, that you are committing to taking charge. And I would really appreciate it if you like it, if you share this video, because this would also help me grow my channel. I'm in the baby stages of creating content, and every like, every comment would really support me, because I want to reach as many people as possible to inspire them to change their lives and live with fulfillment and purpose. All right, I hope to see you in the next video. As always, lots of love, big thank you, and big, big hug.